Hi everyone, welcome to Becky's Crafts and Goodies. Today we are going to make a wreath, and it is quite simple, but it really looks quite effective and really quite pretty. And I'm going to put this on my bedroom door. Now we're going to start off with one of these wreath holders. Now I am going to put some links in the description down below as to where you can buy these from. But if you didn't want to buy a few of them, then you can just go into Poundland and they have wreaths with the tinsel on. So just take the tinsel off and just use like the basic. I think they're plastic, but it just does the same thing. So that's the first thing that you need. And what we're going to do is we're going to make some of these beautiful little poses. Now I have a description in the description down below, a video where I made quite a few different bows, but I'm going to make one just quick for you here. But I did actually put an extra little strip in the middle, which I didn't do on the video. So I'm just going to show you now how to make those. I've got two different colours that I'm going to be using on my wreath. There's this one here, which is a white sparkly, and there's this one which is like a brownie colour, and it's got gold on it, so it makes it look sort of a gold sparkly colour. Now for the white one, I use this. Now it has, someone did ask me where I bought this from, and this actually came from the range. It came in a roll like that. So to make these, what I did was just cut a bit off and sort of cut some strips up and cut up that roll. So that's what I did for that one. For this one, I haven't got any more of this ribbon left, so I'm going to make one out of this here. So for that, what you're going to need is your ribbon, and I'm using the wired ribbon on this. This one isn't wired ribbon, but it isn't floppy because it's got these little sparkly bits on, so it still holds up quite nice. I've also got some of these pipe cleaners or chenille sticks. You can get these from Poundland, and the colour doesn't matter. I've got like a beigey colour, but the colour doesn't matter at all. And also some of this florist's wire. I will link that in the description down below as well. So I'm just going to show you now how to make them, but if you want to check out my bow video, then as I say, that will be in the description anyway. So let me show you how I made them. So that's those all made. So I'm just going to bring these in now. And for this wreath here, I've got 4 of this brown colour, and I've got 4 of the white as well. So it's dead simple. All we're going to do is put them and fasten them with these little ties around the back. So what you can do if you want to before you start is just put them onto the wreath and kind of just spread them out and just make sure that you've got enough. So if I've got 8, I kind of want to go about halfway with 4. And I'm just putting mine like overlapping them slightly, if you see what I mean. So I'm just going to do that and do it so you've got enough to alternate the colours. Just drop one there, that's it. So we're going to put them around. Let me just pull that in so you can see. We're going to put them around like that. So I'll start with this top one. I'll just move those back off. Now what you can do is put a ribbon on here. If you want to hang it with a longer ribbon you can, but I'm just going to hook this part, I think, straight onto my door. So it won't matter which side you go because they're both the same either side, but just to show you, it's really dead simple. When you've got your pipe cleaners, you can sort of weave it through if you want to. What I find works quite well is to kind of go under again and then just twist. So you're twisting them and that's what's going to hold it in place. And because they're pipe cleaners, they're really, really, really easy to move. And I'll just fold that down like that, and there's that one in place. So I'm just going to fasten all the rest in exactly the same way now. Okay, so there's the wreath so far. Now what I'm going to do is to put some lights on it. So we've got some of these LED lights here. These ones came from, where they come from, Primark. So I'm just going to take them out. And they've got one of these battery packs on. I'm just going to put some of these batteries. Let me just scoot that to one side at the moment. Right, so what I'm going to do now, this I'll fasten on the back with some of these chenille sticks pipe cleaners. So we might have to go around a couple of times, but the wire ones are really good because the old lights that you used to use, they're quite heavy, and the wires are really good because they're really flexible and they're so much lighter to use. So what we're going to do to start with is I'll start with the back, and I'm going to just hook a little bit underneath, and because they're wire, they let you bend them. Obviously you have to be careful because there's lights on them, but they do let you bend them. And what I'm going to do, I will have to go around a few times because there's a big long wire here. I'm just going to weave in and out of the garland. Just got to get this set up, and it will just pop it all to life, I think. And because they're wire as well, you're not going to get a big like ugly wire sticking through, you know, where you get like the greens or whatever. You couldn't do that with this kind of thing. So if you imagine what this is going to look like at night time, because it looks pretty in the day, but you imagine at night time when you've got your daylights off and you've got it all sprinkling round. So I'm just going to wrap this round and then I'll be back with you. There we go. So they're all wrapped round, but they look really pretty. I really like that look. So what we're going to do is this part here, you have like a thicker wire. So I'm just going to wrap that around. And remember, we need to be able to get to this part of the battery because we'll obviously be switching it on and off. We'll need to change the batteries, that sort of thing. I think I might put a bit of ribbon on this. I'm not 100% certain, but I think I might do. Now, if this doesn't stay, what you could do is dab a bit of glue. Get a bit of the old glue gun, stick a bit of that on. But I'm going to try it to start with just the pipe cleaners and see how we get on. But I think I might stick a bit of glue to the pipe cleaners and then see if that kind of holds it a bit better, which I think it probably would, because we don't want it to be wiggling about. But so I've just done that. Now what I am going to do is to pop a bit, so you won't see that part, I'm going to pop a ribbon on. So what you need to remember is this is going to stick out a little bit, so as it goes on your door that bit is going to stick out a bit, but you're not going to see that part. So as I say, you can put a ribbon. If I wasn't putting the battery on, I don't think I'd bother putting a ribbon on. I think I'd just tuck it on the back, but because I've got that there, I think it will just make it look that little bit nicer with the ribbon on. I'm just going to use this decorative ribbon just because it's the same kind of colour, and all I've done is threaded it through the top part there and just tied it in a knot. I'll just pull that down that bit. Now if you find that this hook is a little bit too long, then what you can do when you hang it up is you can just shorten it and just do exactly the same thing again. And there we go, that's the wreath. Let me just switch these lights off. Now it's not totally dark outside, so that's not the full effect because we've got the curtains closed, but there's still some light out there. So I'm really pleased with it, and hopefully you'll give it a go, because it is a really, really simple craft to do. Once you've kind of perfected these little flower bows, it's really easy to do. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all okay, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.